Welcome to round 18.
God, round 18 already.
I know, it's been quick, hasn't it? So, jump right into it, I guess. Then we start with Collinwood v North Melbourne. What? A Collinwood home game? Interesting. So, Etihad Stadium, despite how North Melbourne have played, I think North Melbourne should win this game because it's at Etihad.
And they're better than Collinwood.
Well, they are, but
Well, let's hope.
we'll find out. I think they'll win by 2 goals.
No, I've got North by 5.
Then next we move to the SCG, Sydney v Carlton. Sydney should bounce back after their another heartbreak loss again. I think it's their 3rd game they've lost by under a kick.
Because it was Richmond earlier in the year, wasn't it? Yeah, Sydney should win this comfortably. I've got Sydney by 8 goals.
Sydney by 7, easy win. Should be no question about that. Then we go to Metricon Stadium, Gold Coast v Fremantle.
Fremantle will win this one.
I'm going to go Gold Coast.
I've got Fremantle by 3 goals.
I got Gold Coast by 2. Just Fremantle got injuries. That's
Sort of Gold Coast.
That's sort of putting me off a little bit. I was going to tip Fremantle, but then hearing now that Barlow's injured as well, that's pretty big effort.
Presti is out.
Yeah, I know.
Abbott's out.
I know that. I know all their team is out basically. Well, the whole midfield is basically out. But I think I'm just going to take a punt at this one at home. Should get a win there. We go to Perth, I believe. West Coast v Melbourne. West Coast should win this by 7 goals, I reckon.
I've got West Coast by 6.
Like, despite...
I mean, it's a domain, so that should be enough, really.
Should be enough.
Having said that, I mean, they did lose to the Crows after being up by, 5.5, 6 goals, so...
You never know, but I think West Coast should win that.
Yeah.
Quite comfortably. And then we go to
It should be a good game.
Etihad Stadium again. Western Bulldogs v St Kilda. St Kilda in some form. So they could definitely challenge the Bulldogs here, but I still think the Bulldogs will win this by 5 goals.
I've got the Bulldogs by 6.
I'll probably run away in the end. I think their team
It'll be a close game.
Yeah, it'll be a good game this one. I reckon it's worth watching. Either you watch this one or the next game, Geelong v Adelaide at Skilled Stadium in Geelong. This is a tough game.
What, Adelaide at 8 on the trot, is it, or is it 7?
They've already got 8.
It's 8 on the trot, so this is 9.
And the last team they lost to was Geelong, so they wouldn't mind being in there. Purely the fact it's in Geelong, I'm going to tip Geelong by 3 goals. It's a real tough game.
I can't go against Adelaide. I've got Adelaide by a goal, just to tip Adelaide. You know, they're in form. Geelong's been a bit sluggish.
Yeah.
I mean, our midfield's ridiculous. Like, Rory Sloane would have to be, it's Dangerfield and Sloane 1A and B for Brownlow, you'd think. Because Sloane, I mean, realistically, who's taking votes for Sloane?
Well, not many. Maybe some of the forwards.
In certain games.
Probably not
But
many.
you think Sloane's polling him.
Yeah, I would think so. He'd be up there.
So, be a damn good game this one, but I can't go past Adelaide just for form.
Well, about time you tip them. Well, sometimes you tip against them, alright? They're your team. We move on to Sunday. One brilliant game, 2 not so good a game, to say the least.
God.
Nicest way of putting it.
A game like this is why I don't bother watching a lot of football anymore.
Essendon versus Brisbane Lions. Etihad.
Essendon will win this.
I think they will, and should be their 2nd win here.
Essendon will win this by 6 goals, and Brisbane are going to fire Lepich. Hopefully.
There's your prediction for the week.
There's your scoop.
Essendon by 4. Essendon by 4 goals. I think Etihad. They've been actually. We've mentioned this over the weeks. They haven't been embarrassed. They've been solid.
Right, for a makeshift team.
It's just that they need to just kick straight in front of goal, and that'd be really good.
But tell Joe Danaher that it's, kicking it to the end you're kicking to is actually, between the big sticks.
Yeah,
not just a general area.
Not to the right.
Or the left.
As they always. And then we go to the MCG.
This should be a good one as well.
Hawthorn v Richmond. Richmond recently haven't actually performed that badly against Hawthorn. So
Dustin Martin, he is 1C for the Brownlow, I'd say as well.
Yeah, but we probably mentioned the top 3 right there. Despite that, I think Hawthorn will win this by 5 goals.
Yeah, I've got Hawthorn winning this one as well.
Should be an easy
6 goals.
Yeah, should be a victory for Hawthorn to continue their spot at the top of the ladder. But then we go to the last game, Adelaide Oval, Port Adelaide v GWS. Interesting game this one.
Because GWS were really good in the 2nd and 3rd quarter when they played the Crows at Adelaide Oval earlier in the year. But they started poorly. I mean, both sides couldn't kick for anything, but they started poorly, and it was one of those weird things where they, you know, they couldn't quite put it together.
It's a tough game, this one, to actually tip, because Gita versus Best is unbelievable, but away from home they're not. They haven't been at their best. So, what are they? I reckon by 3 goals.
I'm going to go GWS by 2. It's one of those ones like, I mean, you've got Dixon out, isn't he? Yeah, Dixon's out.
Yeah.
Ebert might be back, but you know. So,
Still 50-50, I think, this game. Yeah. It could go either way, you don't know. So that's it for the tips. Player of the round. Who have you gone for?
Sam Mitchell. He just keeps getting the damn thing done.
It's played
300 games on Sunday.
Yeah.
The guy just... Well, he's, along with Scott Thompson, I think he's the only guy to be consistently in the top 3 for the major KPI categories.
Yeah.
So, like, possessions, clearances, tackles.
He's been really close with the Brownlow a few years, I reckon.
Well, he's
always been up there.
He's basically the Phil Mickelson of the Brownlow. He's really becoming, like, not quite there. So...
It's been unfortunate. I've got Dustin Munn. I watched this game. He was dominant. Even though
he was what was it, 42-2?
Yeah, 42, 43 disposed, I think it was.
Couple of goals. That
40.
second goal was really good.
Yeah. And he had 14 clearances.
Yeah,
I know it was against Essendon, but
still.
You're still boosting an AFL team.
14 clearances.
And he was he's really dominant. And as we mentioned, Dangerfield, Sloan, and Dustin Munn, they're probably the 3 at the moment.
Because realistically, I mean, Geelong, you can say there's people taking votes, but you'd think Danger's polling.
Yeah.
He's polling 3 or 2 in every game.
And as we mentioned about Sloan, not many people should. And same with probably Dustin Munn in some ways, because
those are the 3 teams that A, have standout players, and B, don't have
a lot
around them.
Because a lot of people say, like, you know, people like Hanbury or Parker may win it, but it's because they've got so many great midfielders around them. They're probably going to take votes off each other.
Yeah. So I reckon those are, you know, your top 3. And then you have, you know, Selwood, Parker, Hanbury.
Yeah. There's our call for the Brownlow, so
book it. Go on. Top 3.
Top 3. So that's it.
That's us. Ciao.